Why not? Why?
No, they said no bike.
Where can I park then? Where can I park? I always park here.
Always park here?
Yeah, but well, I use a car.
But if you park, if you go, nobody see you. Because when you go on the bike, sometimes if they don't want to pay, they don't pay. They just get the curb. That's why they don't want to buy.
But I would pay it.
It's not that they don't want to buy.
All right. Time to head out. So I'm going to court today. I received a citation back in June, something like early June, mid-June, around there, 2017, the middle of the year. And that's not important really, because I was willing to pay it. I would have paid it's only $110 total. So I was actually willing to pay it back in June. The problem being, Officer Chang, the guy that gave me the citation, he never filed it in the system. So what happened was I would go on date-clerk.com, I believe is the website, to pay for citations and stuff. And I waited a week. Then I went online, tried to find it. It was never there. I went on 2 weeks later, it wasn't there. 3 weeks later, it wasn't there. Over a month later, July 29th, it never showed up. So I thought to myself, awesome, this guy never filed it. But what the asshole did was, I'm assuming that he had met his quota for June and he just had this citation sitting in his glove box or whatever for when he actually needed it. So what this asshole did is that he switched the 6 to a 9 and he filed it in September. Well, by September I had almost completely forgotten about the citation to begin with, and I was getting all of these, I started getting all of these notices around the beginning of October. And the problem with that was that I didn't even get a chance to appeal it, because by then, like, come on, it's like almost 5 months later and now he wants me to pay it. Like, I don't want to pay it now. Like, yeah, I was willing to pay it back then, but like half a year later, do I fucking want to pay this shit? Hell no. And so about 2 weeks ago, I went up to the courthouse and I wrote a letter and I filed a complaint. Essentially in the letter I said, it's pretty evident that the officer forged the date on the citation, therefore not giving me sufficient time to, or notice actually, to appeal it or pay it. And on these grounds, I asked in the letter that they either throw it out or at least reduce the amount. And yesterday I went online, and by then 2 weeks ago I could see that the citation was now online, but that's when I didn't want to pay it anymore, so I left it there. That's why I went to the courthouse to write the letter and to appeal it or whatever. And so it was online. The citation was online from, I'm assuming, September to now. But then I went online yesterday and it's not there. My citation is not online anymore. So what I'm hoping is that they threw it out. I hope. That's what I'm hoping. But then I go and receive another letter in the mail dated October 30 saying that I have to pay it. So I'm confused. I don't know why it's not online. And they're asking me to pay it. Maybe they threw it out and the letter was simply sent automatically, like around the same time, hopefully. Why is this guy braking? And that's why I'm going to the courthouse again. I just need to verify that either it got thrown out or I have to pay it. So I'm not gonna, make a big deal out of $110. It was a dick move that the officer pulled by changing the date on the citation. And I know he changed the date because on the letter that they sent me through the mail, they put the date of September of this exact date, except it was in June. It was changed to September, so I know that he changed the date. So I know he did that. I know it's a dick move. It's illegal. But for $110, it's really not worth my time. I'm not really gonna hire a lawyer for $100. But I am going to court right now to see what's going on with the citation. And it's already like 2:45 right now, so they close at 4 and it's gonna take me 40 minutes to get there, so I am cutting it a little close, not too close, but I want to get there now. Look at this guy, what? Wow. Like, can you imagine if either of these guys, the Accord or this 4Runner here, wasn't paying attention? What do you think would happen to that freaking truck? The Denali would be no more. So on a lighter note, that is where I'm heading now, but let's talk about something else. I think I'm gonna split my channel into another one, and I think I'm gonna do moto vlogs on the other channel, because my main channel has always been about Altima coupes, Altimas in general, but those are the cars that I have, and my daily vlogs and whatnot. So I made another YouTube channel, and then I predictably call it Aze Moto. So I'll probably be uploading this video to both my channels, both this Ace of Spades and then to Aze Moto as my first moto vlog video for that channel. And I believe this will be my last motorcycle video on my main channel. So if you subscribed for my Ultimate Coupe videos, I'll continue making those on my main channel. If you subscribed because of my motorcycle videos, if you want to head on over to Aze Moto and subscribe to that, I would appreciate it. And I'll be doing a lot of motorcycle videos on that channel. And stay tuned on that channel because I'll be painting the motorcycle as well. Hopefully today if I have some time. And I'll be doing motovlogs. As for my main channel, stay tuned about that. I uploaded a wooden trunk series video recently, and I'm gonna upload another part soon. Hopefully this weekend. And also in regards to my my battery relocation mod, where I moved it to the trunk as well. I'll be making a video on that as soon as possible as well. Alright, let me head on over to this side. I always put my turn signals. I don't know why I'm so used to calling them directionals, but yeah. Jesus. Wow. Thanks. And that's the hardest I had to brake ever. So close to this bumper. So close. I should have charged my phone while I'm using the GPS. And I did notice the traffic up front had slowed down, and I had slowed down with it, but man, I didn't know it would come to a complete standstill. Was that a kitten? Why are you going on this lane? Doesn't it merge? Are you gonna take it or not? I love the suspension on this motorcycle. It's so bouncy. I heard something. What the hell was that? I heard like something breaking or falling or something. Look at this guy, man. Stay to your lane. Oh, and if you guys have any suggestions for my videos, I'm always open to suggestions, because sometimes I don't even know what the hell to post. What to post about. Well, this is Florida driving. What can you do? clouds do not look friendly. Yo, stick to your freaking lane, man. You're not that fat. My God. Them clouds though, and I didn't even bring my backpack, which has my rain gear out. Really hope it doesn't rain. I think it has been a blessing actually that I grew up driving in Florida, because I'm such a cautious driver because of it. Because I'm used to all this bullshit. So I think if I go to almost any other state in the United States, I will be fine. But of course, there are always the unavoidable accidents that happen. I was actually in an accident back in 2009. My first year of driving full-time, and the guy failed to yield, which resulted in an accident. I T-boned him because he failed to yield. He was making a left-hand turn southbound while I was heading northbound, so he crossed my path, failing to yield. And the officer ruled in my favor, as did the judge. So that was actually a good lesson to me, because it taught me very early on in my driving life that some people will make mistakes that do not make sense. Some people will cause an accident that could have been completely avoided, and I think it taught me to be cautious of even the or careful against the difficult situations. So ever since then, I've never been in an accident. I've never had a speeding ticket. I've never had a parking citation. Nice. One funny story I think I never said was I was actually I was on the motorcycle. I live in a homestead. I live down south. Coming up here to this courthouse is about a 50-minute ride. So I was actually up here one time about, I want to say 3 or 4 months ago. And I was on the motorcycle. I was actually going to the Uber headquarters in Miami for Uber Eats, because I used to do Uber Eats, but I found that even on a motorcycle, it's not viable. It's not worth my time. I would make an average of like $8, $9 an hour, and it was horrible. So I started that about 3 or so months ago, and I went to the Uber headquarters and I got this big old Uber Eats bag. It's gigantic, and I didn't know it would cost 30 bucks. So they charged me 30 bucks, and I'm thinking to myself, well, I guess I'll just do Uber for like half a day, and that should be paid off, and I should make some profit as well. So I'm like, fine, that's a cost of business. But it turns out that the bag is huge. It's a little dangerous to use on a motorcycle because of how big it is. And I would take the highways towards some Ubers, and that thing would be like, you know, like moving all across the wind and shit, and making me lose my balance a little bit even. I'm like, and I didn't even really need it. Like, rarely would I take an order that's that big, you know? Like, 90% of the orders would fit in my book bag, which is what I ended up using later. So after about a month or two, I return it. I get my money back. All's good. Wow, that was bumpy. So I return it, I get my money back. I'm all the way up there in Northwest Miami, and I run out of gas. First time running out of gas on a motorcycle like that. I've run out of gas 2 times before, but both times when my motorcycle shut off, I literally rolled into a gas station. I was completely fortunate, and it happened not just once, it happened twice where I rolled into a gas station with a dead motorcycle. But I was up here in Northwest Miami. My phone was dying. I didn't really know the area. I didn't know how close a gas station was. And it turned out that it was like a 45-minute walk one way. And my dumbass is thinking, you know what, man? I'm just gonna go walking and I'll buy a 2-liter bottle of Coke, empty it out, clean it out with gasoline, empty that out, and fill it up with gasoline. And that's what I did. I thought it would be like a 20-minute walk, 45 minutes, not so much. I still had my regular book bag, and that was full of junk. Like, I think I even had tools, so I was hauling that across town. And using the GPS, I think I wasn't even in a good part of town, to tell you the truth. But I walked it, tired as hell. I made it to the gas station. I got my gas, and I had a brilliant stroke of genius. I thought, well, let me get a lift back to the motorcycle, an Uber. I'm like, dumbass, why didn't you just do that in the beginning? I spent like 2 hours walking or whatever it was. And the freaking car ride was like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that. Cost me like $7. So yeah, that happened. And I learned my lesson at that. Every time I come up far, I fill up, even if it's like $3 worth of gas, I just add more gas. Look at this traffic going south. No. Oh, that's gonna be horrible. More traffic. Great. Yeah, and this guy's spilling water. Why? Why not? Why?
No, they said go back.
Where can I park then? Where can I park? I always park here.
Always park here?
Yeah, but well, I use a car.
But if you park, if you go, nobody see you. Because when you go on the bike, sometimes if they don't want to pay, they don't pay. They just get the curb. That's why they don't want to buy.
But I would pay it.
It's not that they don't want to buy. So see what that one right there? That first street, second street. First car, the first car on your right. Sometimes they let you park outside. Just check them.
Alrighty, thank you.
Man for the American.
Aquí en Cruzando Kyoto. Eso sí. Queda. Where the hell is it? Aquí. No. Para allá.
¿Allá?
Sí, para acá.
¿Para dónde? ¿Para allá?
Para acá.
¿Para acá?
Sí.
¿Ya?
Alright, so let me go park somewhere else, I suppose. They're like, oh, they don't want motorcycles because sometimes they pay, sometimes they don't. And I'm like, well, I would have been the one that paid.